Most diets don't fail because you're weak. They fail because your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do, pull you back to a familiar weight. But there's a simple pattern, one tiny anchor habit, that quietly melts fat by rewiring what your body sees as normal. It's not a supplement, not a 2-hour workout, and not a magic food. It's a daily minimum you can do on your worst day that flips your metabolism from defend to adapt. In the next few minutes I'll show you the science, the step-by-step setup, and real-life examples you can copy today. Stay with me, because I'll reveal the 2 mistakes that erase weeks of progress, and the 30-second fix that makes plateaus rare. You've felt it. You start strong, lose a few pounds, then life happens. Stress spikes. Sleep drops. A weekend blows up your plan. Your body compensates, craving quick energy, slowing non-exercise movement, and nudging you back to a weight set point. That's not sabotage, it's survival. Here's the good news. Set points shift when your daily signals change consistently. The brain updates its normal when it receives the same cues at the same times, over and over. Not perfect days, consistent signals. That's the role of an anchor habit, a small, non-negotiable action you hit every day, even on chaos days. It's the flywheel that keeps everything else turning. Think of it like a door hinge. The door, your plan, can swing open or shut, but the hinge stays bolted. One hinge can hold a heavy door. Your anchor is that hinge. An anchor habit is a tiny behavior, so doable you can complete it on your busiest, most stressed day. That triggers a cascade of better choices. It is specific, measurable, and tied to time and place. It isn't glamorous. It is powerful. Examples you can copy. A 10-minute walk after dinner every day. 30 grams of protein at breakfast before any carbs. 1 full bottle of water before coffee. Step on the scale each morning and log it, no judgment. 5,000 steps on hard days, 10,000 when life allows. Lights out by 11, with your phone out of the bedroom. Each one sends predictable metabolic signals to your appetite hormones, your nervous system, and your daily energy budget. The routine becomes how your body lives, and fat loss becomes a side effect. Your anchor nudges the big switches. Insulin. Keep blood sugar steady so fat is easier to use. Cortisol. Tame chronic stress so cravings fall. NEAT. Raise the calories you burn simply by moving more through the day. Sleep drive. Protect hunger hormones so tomorrow's appetite behaves. A good anchor nudges at least one of these every day. The best anchors touch 2 or more. 2 mistakes erase progress. First, all or nothing weeks. You're perfect for 5 days, then one off day becomes an off week. The fix is a minimum viable day, a 2 to 3 item checklist you hit even if you're traveling, stressed, or sick. For example, carry a water bottle, get 5,000 steps, and eat 25 grams of protein at the first meal. That's it. You remain on plan even when the day is messy. Second, invisible wins. You're improving, but your brain only sees the scale and says, it isn't working. You quit. The fix is a 30-second daily log, weight, steps, and whether you hit your anchor. Once a week, measure your waist and write 3 lines. What worked, what didn't, and what's next. The trend, not one number, keeps motivation alive and makes plateaus honest. Choose your anchor with this quick formula. Step 1. Find the weakest link. If you snack mindlessly at night, choose a post-dinner walk or a kitchen cut-off time. If you crash midday, choose a protein-first breakfast with 25 to 35 grams. If you confuse thirst with hunger, drink 1 full bottle of water on waking. If you sit most of the day, set a 5,000-step floor. If stress drives eating, take 4 slow breaths before meals or walk for 10 minutes after tough calls. If your sleep is chaotic, set a lights-out window and charge your phone outside the bedroom. Step 2. Make it stupidly small. If 10,000 steps break on bad days, the anchor is too big. Make it impossible to fail. 5,000 steps, a 10-minute walk, or 1 glass of water. Momentum beats ambition. Step 3. Bolt it to time and place. After you brush your teeth in the morning, drink 500 milliliters of water. Right after dinner, shoes on, 10-minute walk. Before your first sip of coffee, eat 30 grams of protein. Same cue, same action, same time. Your brain loves predictable loops. Why this works? Protein at breakfast blunts the late morning crash, steadies insulin, and reduces total daily calories by boosting satiety. Fewer cravings, easier choices. A brisk 10-minute walk after meals improves blood sugar handling and adds effortless burn without hunger. It also lowers stress and reduces nighttime grazing. Hydration matters because mild dehydration masquerades as hunger. A full glass of water before coffee often trims 100 to 200 snack calories a day. Consistent sleep stabilizes hunger hormones and reduces stress, so your defended weight drifts lower. And a daily weigh-in without judgment teaches you to see fluctuations as data and adjust early. Real anchors work in the real world. Daily 30-minute walks, 30 to 40 grams of protein at breakfast, electrolyte or lemon water first thing. A 5,000-step minimum, daily weight with a log. Lights out at 11 with phones out of the room, and 1 short strength set near failure, push-ups, squats, or band rows, to keep metabolism resilient. Pick one. Own it for 14 days. Then layer the next most helpful. Here's your 14-day anchor protocol. Tonight, choose one anchor and write it in 7 words or less, like 30-gram protein breakfast before coffee. Decide your minimum viable day. Your anchor plus 2 micro wins, such as 5,000 steps and 500 milliliters of water on waking. Set up a simple tracker with date, weight, steps, anchor yes or no, and a notes line. Days 1 to 3. Do the anchor first each day. If the day gets messy, fall back to your minimum viable day. Log at night in 30 seconds. Days 4 to 7. Add one tiny upgrade. If your anchor is protein breakfast, take a 10-minute post-dinner walk 3 times this week. If your anchor is steps, add 25 to 35 grams of protein at the first meal twice this week. Expect random weight fluctuations, keep logging. Days 8 to 14. Keep the anchor perfect, keep the minimum viable day perfect. Add one appetite control tactic. Eat vegetables first at lunch and dinner, pause for 4 breaths before seconds, or set a 12-hour overnight eating window. At the end of day 14, review what worked, what didn't, and the one tweak you'll keep. Here's what to expect. A gentle downward trend on the scale, a smaller waist, fewer "I blew it" weeks, and a calmer relationship with food. When the scale stalls for 10 to 14 days, treat it as a signal, not a verdict. Check the anchor. Are you at 90% or better? Audit sleep and stress. 2 poor nights can hide fat loss with water retention. Check your steps. Bring your baseline back up. Hit protein and fiber. Plenty of lean protein and 25 to 35 grams of fiber from vegetables, berries, and legumes. Add a 10-minute walk after your biggest carb meal for 1 week. If you track calories, trim just 100 to 150 per day by removing liquid calories or automatic seconds. If the scale is flat but your waist drops, you're likely recomposing. Keep going. Here is your simple anchor menu. Choose one now. Protein morning anchor. 25 to 35 grams within 90 minutes of waking. Eat protein first, then add carbs and fats. Delay coffee until after protein if appetite is erratic. Steps floor anchor. 5,000 steps minimum every single day, 8 to 12,000 on good days. Add a 10-minute walk after dinner if you like. Hydration first anchor. 500 milliliters of water on waking, and 1 to 2 more bottles by mid-afternoon. Sleep consistency anchor. Lights out within the same 60-minute window nightly. Phone charges outside the bedroom. Log without judgment anchor. Weigh at the same time each morning and write it down. Measure waist weekly. Strength spark anchor. 1 compound movement near failure daily. 1 to 2 tough sets of squats, push-ups, or band rows. Evening cut-off anchor. Kitchen closed at a set time. If hungry, have a small protein and fiber snack, then tea and bed. Choose the one you can do even on your worst day. That is your anchor. How to eat without counting. Build a simple plate. Protein the size of your palm at each meal. Eggs, fish, poultry, lean meats, tofu, tempeh, or legumes, with protein powder if helpful. Half your plate non-starchy vegetables. A cupped hand portion of smart carbs, potatoes, rice, fruit, or whole grains, preferably after activity. A thumb or two of healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or nuts and seeds. Eat in this order: vegetables, then protein, then carbs and fats. Put the fork down between bites and stop at satisfied, not stuffed. This pattern supports your anchor so calories take care of themselves. On busy days, travel, or holidays, your anchor saves you. On the road, pack a shaker with single-serve protein, a water bottle, and walking shoes. Keep protein in the morning, 5,000 steps, and 1 simple plate at dinner. At parties, pre-game with protein and vegetables, enjoy your favorite thing, and take a 10-minute walk after. During high-stress weeks, shrink goals to your minimum viable day. Give yourself credit for hitting the anchor, not perfection. Consistency outlasts intensity. Mindset matters. You don't need perfect, you need predictable. You're not starting over, you're continuing. One tiny promise to yourself, kept daily, changes everything. The scale is a compass, not a grade. Waste and energy tell the real story. When you feel off, return to your anchor. That's why it's there. Here's your 60-second start. Comment your anchor, write your minimum viable day on a sticky note, and prime your cue: shoes by the door, water by the bed, protein ready for morning. Tomorrow, do your anchor before you negotiate with yourself. Open your log, make the first check mark. Day 1 is done. Most programs try to force your body to change. Anchors teach your body to want a new normal. Start tiny. Stay daily. Let the results compound.